right, Mr. Fedko. I want you to go back in the deep recesses of your mind. Where were you when Jose Canseco's book came out? Were you still working at Channel 11?
Yeah.
Your reaction was?
I believed a lot of stuff in there.
You didn't come out and say, it's Jose Canseco trying to sell a book.
No. But at that point, again, we get back to the stinking media.
Yeah.
Okay. At that point, that was still in the semi days when the stinking media still didn't even know what steroids were, and they weren't really into it. Well, there were weren't there two Canseco books? Refresh my memory.
The first one was, what was it called? Juiced? Is it called Juiced? Yeah, that was the second one. That was the first one. And,
give me the year on that.
Well,
you have to give me some.
He was pretty much, I don't know if as close to universally trashed as any author of a new book could ever be. The immediate reaction was, he's a moron. He had a ball.
I do remember that.
And
that the media elites in baseball.
Well, at the time,
you got to give me a year.
Went on the air and said, I agree. I believe everything that he's saying. Everything. And he was proven right.
Was he proven right on every
Absolutely.
single one of them? I don't have to go back and read the book.
I don't care, but I believed everything. That doesn't mean that just because I believed it that it was right. First, I start out believing him. You're going to have to prove him wrong to me. That's my. I'm not in a court of law, and I'm not on a jury. The title of the book is Juiced: Wild Times, Rampant Roids, Smash Hits, and How Baseball.
Give me a year on it. When was it published?
How Got Big is a 2005 book by Jose Canseco. Right. The book is autobiographical. It focuses on Canseco's days as a major leaguer, his marriages, his daughter, who cares about that. The book deals primarily with anabolic steroids, drawing upon the personal experiences of Canseco. He takes personal credit. I'm going to give you all the reasons why I think Jack Clark is telling the truth and that Albert Pujols is juiced, okay? And I don't care if he's not, then I apologize. But I don't really apologize that much because he should blame every other person in baseball who's been juiced, who is expecting me to feel sympathy for him for being accused unfairly. And I stopped doing that about 5 years ago because I'm not going to be an idiot. His numbers are ridiculous. Pujols' numbers for whatever stretch that was. He was being compared to like the greatest 8 years in the history of baseball or something. He's really big. He's from the Dominican. And he's bald. He has his head shaved. Now, that may not be enough to convict him in a court of law, In my mind, guilty! And that combined with what Jack Clark said. Guilty. Sorry.
All right. And
you tell me why. You tell me the reasons why.
I'm going to give you
think
my
he's
opinion.
A good guy.
Listen,
that's your defense. He's a really nice guy.
Yeah. First of all, I don't know Albert personally.
Yeah.
In fact, I've never. I'm trying to think if I've interviewed Albert Pujols. I believe I have. I have interviewed him. Okay, yeah. But I haven't had sat in a dugout with him like I have with most of the Pirate players that era.
Yeah.
Early 2000s to 2005. However. Everything I've heard, I'm only giving you my opinion from a guy who really follows baseball. Mm-hmm. Everything I've heard is this guy is just, his character is unconditional. I mean, it's not, unconditional is not the right word. His character is pristine.
Beyond reproach.
It's beyond reproach.
Yeah.
Okay. And I'm going to give him the benefit of the doubt for that.
That's it. That's enough. That outweighs all the other stuff.
Yeah. I mean, all of a sudden, Jack Clark coming out 10 years later.
Canseco being an idiot.
Did Canseco nail him in 2005? Did Canseco mention Pujols?
Well, I'd like to hear what Canseco's saying about him now, but I don't know if he's weighed in on this. But whatever he said, I'd believe.
I'd like to. If there's other evidence of players knowing that he did it, and I don't know, and then maybe they come forward, then I would change my opinion.
All these people who have been,
I'm telling you, I'm not just doing this for argument's sake, John. I truly believe he's innocent. Just from everything I've read and heard about him over the last 11 years, I think this is a guy of tremendous, great character. Maybe I'm wrong. I'm going to support him publicly until something convinces me otherwise that there's a chink in the armor.
Well, I see. That's the there's
again,
the,
and it's
right
no, compare it to A-Rod.
I take a guilty till proven innocent stance on this. That's just the way
I don't know.
Sorry,
I can't do that.
And I've been right. I'm trying to think of one when I was wrong. I can't think of one.
Really? You may be wrong on this one.
There's some that I haven't been proved right yet. But
well, see,
no. But I mean, nobody has come out and denied. Rafael Primero and all those people. Nobody has come out and said, "Well, he's getting a raw deal. He never took the juice." I mean, the writers aren't voting him into the Hall of Fame. Everybody agrees that none of these people failed tests. Barry Bonds never failed a test.
Oh, I know, but I mean, come on. The circumstantial evidence around Barry Bonds is enormous.
Well, what is it? He's
the
bald,
clear
he's
and the
big,
cream.
and he hit 900 home runs.
No, but John. But wait a second. You're talking about Balco. You're talking about people that have come forward and then back those people up. We're talking about one guy now. Jack Clark's word against Albert Pujols' word. That's all you're talking about now. That's not enough for me. That's not enough for me.
It would not be enough for me if he was being accused of murder or being accused of stealing a car. But if he has 9,000 home runs, he's really big, he's from the Dominican, and he's bald, and he plays baseball, I'm going with the guy who says he's juiced. I mean, what more evidence do you need in baseball?
No, I'm not going down that route.
Sorry, that's enough for me.
Yeah.
It's enough.
I'm